Yo,
What's up? We were just here.
India.
just here. We were, indeed. Red Sox versus the Charlotte Dragons.
Hmm. Well, Roman Anthony's been swinging the stick a lot better lately, so
We actually do have a Red Sox in our division in this
Yeah.
league, the Charlotte Adult Baseball League. If anyone's interested, it's
No.
been a rough season for us, though. Tough season.
Tomorrow's July 4th.
July 4th, yep.
Got a
Happy New Year's. What is that?
raspberry rocket pop
Interesting.
seltzer, hard seltzer.
Huh. That's very fourth of you.
Yeah.
July 3rd, though. I'm going to do a little throwback here for on this day. 99. Jim Tomei hits his longest career home run, a 511-foot blast against Kansas City pitcher Dan Wingert. Which is, I guess it was Jacobs Field at the time. Does that sound right?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, so now known as Progressive. But it remains the longest home run ever hit in that ballpark still. So,
Yeah, and
that's pretty
fun
awesome.
fact, it actually went out of the stadium because it went to straightaway center field, went over the stadium, and went on to Eagle Avenue.
You haven't seen Jim Tomei highlights, 100%. Go watch them now because that guy was awesome.
And in my opinion, he's probably the most underrated home run champion. I consider,
Yeah.
like I guess top 10 home run guys, home run champions. Probably the most underrated, especially during the steroid era where, I mean, to my knowledge, he was steroid free.
Yep.
So
612 career home runs, too. And I
Yep.
didn't know this. He's actually out of Peoria, Illinois. So that's kind of cool.
Yep.
But do you know how many was his most home runs in one season? How many home runs he had in one season for his most?
I think it was a little over 50, wasn't it?
Yep.
Like 51, 52, something like that.
52.
52, yeah.
And
Wasn't that
118 RBIs to go along with it.
I'm gonna try to guess the year, but was it with you at then the Indians?
Yep.
I'm gonna say 95 or 6.
Actually, he did that in 2002.
2002. Okay, that was 1 year before he went to Philly. So
In 96 and 97, he had 38 and then 40. And then,
Right.
yep. He also had a 131 RBI season his first year with Philly. So,
Yeah.
yeah, you're right, man. Completely underrated. He should be talked about way more than what he is. A career 956 OPS to go along with that those 612 home runs. So that's awesome.
Heck yeah. And then I also had an on this day. This one a little bit more recent, back in 2013. Yasiel Puig. Name hasn't. Some people probably haven't heard in a little while.
Heck yeah.
So on this day in 2013, Puig became the first player to be named Player of the Month in his first month playing. At then, it was the 55th year of that award, and he was the first player ever to win it in his first month playing.
So you know who else just did that? I believe, and maybe we're talking different things, but I think Jacob Mizorowski just did that. At least he got Pitcher of the Month for his first month ever pitching, or was it Pitcher of the Month or Rookie of the Month? I could be messing that up. Maybe it's Rookie of the Month. So,
yeah,
no, that's cool though. I kind of miss Puig, man. He was just, you knew that he was, just it was going to be an interesting game if they're, playing the Cardinals or. He's always he's got so many random highlight videos out there, but
and fights.
yeah, he's a fighter, so I think that's a big reason that MLB didn't want to play with him anymore. But
Yeah,
he was kind of a weird player too. But man, he can mash the ball. I don't know. I'm assuming he's still playing.
Yeah, he's jumped around a few different leagues.
Yeah,
I can't remember which one he's in right now. I don't know if it was Korean League, something like that.
yeah.
But
Anyways, um, I'll go ahead and mention this year's Baseball America's Player of the Year. And no shocker, it's another Holiday. Not Jackson Holiday this time, but Ethan Holiday. Were you able to catch his stats at all? What he finished with? That's pretty ridiculous. I know it's high
Um,
school, but if you're dominating high school,
yeah,
there's a good chance, you know.
yeah. Go ahead and read those off.
So he hit 611 with 64 RBIs, 19 home runs, 44 walks, and his OPS was over a two dot. That's just insane. And then it says a power percentage of 684, so I'm assuming that's slugging. Uh, guess we'll see him before too long. You know, do you think he goes first over Cade Anderson from LSU?
I don't know. That's kind of. I think if I was the Nationals, because I think they have the first pick, I would go with Cade Anderson.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm not saying Ethan Holiday won't be good. I'm sure he will,
Yeah,
but Cade Anderson's a stud.
and it actually says he had
And
a nearly a 1.3% slugging percentage. So that's incredible.
nonetheless, it's either going to be the Nationals or Angels, I would imagine.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess it really depends on what those two teams are looking for. The top two,
Yeah, and
really.
then I think if I'm the Nationals, I would definitely go Cade Anderson because Nationals are kind of loaded on
Yeah,
their roster with young hitters. So I
yeah,
think a pitcher, I think I would go pretty good. And then if they do go Ethan Holiday, Jackson and Ethan, the Beltway, I think it's called the Beltway series, the Orioles
yeah.
Nationals.
That'd be cool.
So
Yeah, I did see that Ethan Holiday was at the Nationals and Angels game.
yeah, because he
Sitting
knows
in.
probably one of those two teams are going to be picking him. So
Yeah, that's crazy. But yeah, no surpriser though. High school's Baseball America's High School Player of the Year.
yep.
Another Holiday does it again, man. So, what did you have
Yeah.
next for us?
Um, I guess we can go ahead and get into the MLB All Star Game
Yeah,
lineups
yeah,
and some of the Home Run Derby participants so far.
yeah.
So if you haven't caught on to the starting lineups, got this right here for you guys. Take a look at that. And I'm just putting this out there on the American League. Two of these guys are on my fantasy team, Jacob Wilson, Riley Green. I actually on the National League, I did have Machado and Will Smith
Mm-hmm.
for a little bit. But yeah, so got some studs in here. A couple of snubs, like we said.
Yeah. Unfortunately,
Unfortunately,
none of my Queen City Bandits fantasy team joined this club. And that might be a reason I'm not doing too well, but um yeah, there's some good names on that list. Just looking at outfield. So it's just three outfield per team. There's no that's it, right? Or is there
for the starting lineup,
that's just
yeah,
starters. Oh, okay,
yeah.
starters. Let's see.
This is just the starting lineups, yeah.
Yeah, so that's then who do you think looking at this has the better lineup on paper?
On paper, I'm gonna say the National League.
Yeah.
Now,
Um,
not to take away from the American League because you got some really good hitters, but if you look
mhm.
at me, just Shohei Ohtani, first of
Right.
all, Will Smith, probably one of the best hitting catchers. I know
Yeah.
the Mariners do have the best hitting catcher, but Will
I
Smith,
mean,
nonetheless.
I mean, really, if you go one for one, yeah, I agree. I do think the National League looks better, but if you go one for one, other than O'Hearn and Otani, it's and I would say obviously Baez, and I'd rather have Acuna than Baez, but I mean Kyle Riley or Will Smith. That's I'm probably taking Kyle Riley in that just with the season he's having.
Yeah,
Obviously,
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
taking Otani. I'm taking Freeman over Guerrero. Um,
Ketel
Um,
Marte over Torres.
yep,
Now, I
yep.
would take Jose Ramirez all day over
Jose, and
Machado.
then honestly, the Wilson and Lindor, it's kind of
It's
the
pretty
the se-
close.
the season that Wilson's having and is just showing like what he can actually do, and he gets on base damn near every game, every at bat. He's a hit maniac. So, but it's also Francisco Lindor, so I think that one could go either way.
Yeah,
Taking Judge over PCA, but PCA is making an MVP run this year. Kyle Tucker, Riley Green. That's a tough one with the season Riley
that's
Green's having
yeah.
this year. So yeah, I don't
I
know. That'll
think
be a fun game to watch, though. I'm actually
yeah.
pretty excited to tune into that, and they're wearing their actual team jerseys,
Jersey.
which will be cool.
Yep. Yeah. So for the outfield, yeah, I agree. Judge for sure over. I mean, honestly, all three of the National League
Yeah.
Judge. Now, I am going to take Riley Green over Kyle Tucker. I know it's a tough one. Acuna obviously over Baez. Yeah, the outfield, I think overall it's pretty even.
Hmm.
I think National League infield probably, I feel like the infields are probably pretty close. And then, yeah, obviously the catcher, DH, first baseman, that's going to go on the National League side.
Yeah.
But I mean, yeah, I agree. I think this is going to be a fun one.
Yeah. It'll really come down to pitching, I think, and who's on their pitching game,
Yeah.
and just thinking about the National League pitching again. It's in my opinion better pitchers are come other than Scooble and Garrett Crochet. Uh, thinking about Paul Skeens and um, Logan Webb and I don't know. National League just seems like they got a little bit better pitching this year.
Yeah, but at the same time, American League
Lindsey
always
Gore.
usually takes the All Star game.
Yeah,
Always
yeah.
seems like
I know,
so.
I know.
I mean, we'll see.
Yeah, it should be a fun one. Oh, I just got the update. Max Muncy is not a starter today.
Yikes!
Yeah, I'm gonna have to do something. I wish they would just put him on the IL or something, because unless they know he's gonna be back in a couple days, because then now I'm not gonna be able to play without a third baseman on fantasy. Um, and I really don't want to drop it. I'm thinking about dropping Jung Hoo Lee. Um, he's he's
Yeah,
been
no, I'm
really, but he had a good game yesterday, but he's been really bad. And I think there's actually just
yeah.
as good as outfielders on the
Sorry about that.
waiver. Oh, it's all good. I honestly expected a little more from him, but he's this. I think this is who he is. I don't think he's a 300 hitter.
Yeah, I
Um,
just got off to a hot start.
yeah. But home run derby. Right now it's just a short list, but it is going to be fun to watch with who's already in it. So Kyle Raleigh, big dumper, is going to be in it. We all know that he's currently leading home runs, right?
Yep, 33.
33.
That's tonight.
So it's him, and then Shohei, and then Judge. Is that right?
I think the only three that have been announced are
No, no,
Cal
no. I'm saying,
Raleigh, Ronald, or
yeah, no, Ronald Acuna, and then James Wood will be the third. I was saying for home
yeah.
run,
Oh,
leading
okay.
home runs, but yeah, yeah. So Ronald Acuna, Kyle Raleigh, and James Wood, which is really cool. That'll
My
be
guy.
interesting to see. I think that's why I really want to see it. Young rookie come in and win it. That'd be pretty sweet.
Heck yeah. And then I guess if you had a couple other predictions, maybe I could see Pete Alonso.
I hope Pete
Obviously,
Alonso does it. Um,
he's always been
especially,
fun to watch in the home
yeah,
run
he's
derby.
just. I like to see him in the home run derby. Um,
I wonder if maybe Ketel Marte
yeah,
by
he'd
any
be fun to
chance.
watch. Honestly, I wish Brent Rooker would get in there,
Yeah.
and maybe I'm just being fantasy biased on my own team, but Augustine Ramirez would be actually kind of fun to watch because that dude just smokes the ball, man. And
Yeah.
he's got a home run swing every swing. I think he would pop some out. He had another home run today.
Now I know it probably won't happen, but I know I might be showing a little bias, but Alec Burleson I think would be fun to see in a home run derby.
Ooh. No, I'm just playing. Yeah, he would be because
Yeah,
the way he just snaps on the ball, man.
yeah,
Yeah, he would be fun to watch.
yeah,
He actually grew up not too far from where I'm at right now. He grew up in
oh
Denver,
yeah,
North Carolina. Yep, up near Lake Norman. But yeah, I mean, those are the only people that I could see being in it. Judge never does it, obviously, but I wish he would. That'd be fun.
yeah, yeah. I'm trying to think. I mean, I could see maybe Lindor.
Yeah,
We might have a few surprises. I mean, I don't know. Maybe we could see Vlad back in there. I mean, Byron Buxton possibly. He's been going off lately.
it's fun when you get like really like some good seasoned vets like that get in there, and then young rookies that are showing higher home run potential.
Royce Lewis, except he might
Yeah.
he might get hurt.
Ooh, O'Neal Cruz or Ellie De La Cruz. Either of them two would be
Yeah,
fun to put in there.
I could see either of them. Maybe
Yeah,
Gunnar Henderson again
yeah. Oh gosh, O'Neal Cruz, man. I
or
think
Jazz. Jazz
yeah,
maybe.
Jazz. He'd be a good one in there. That gets some. Has he been
Yeah,
in it before?
I don't.
Maybe
Not
he
that
just.
I
Maybe I
can
just
think
remember
of.
him because he's been in an All Star game, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, I just remember him maybe watching people hit at the All Star game
for
or at the home
hey,
run derby. But
I'm gonna call Jazz as one of the first full season with the Yankees. I think pretty sure because I think he was traded at the deadline last year,
yeah,
so I could see that.
yeah, and then it's in Atlanta, so I feel like they're probably gonna have someone from Acuna. Never mind.
Yeah,
Um,
so I would
yeah,
say maybe Austin Riley, but I think Acuna
yeah,
might be their only one.
him or Matt Olson, but they're just not having like a home run season like that. I mean, they're hitting home runs, but not like I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe Jackson Merrill, one of your
Yeah,
guys.
he's actually not hitting home runs this year, man. He's
Yeah,
only at 5 still. I know he missed a lot of time, but he's hitting. He's still hitting around 300. But he hasn't been. It's just all been line drives, which is perfectly fine with me. But I did expect him to have a good home run season this year. But I don't know. I'm sure that'll change eventually. As long as he's making contact and helping my team out, I'm good. Jackson Merrill will be a Queen City Bandit probably for the next couple seasons
yeah.
if
The
all
only
plays
other
right.
guy, yeah, the only other guy maybe Jack Caglione, except he really hasn't
Ooh.
had the best start.
Yeah, that'd be a
But
fun one.
I know a lot of people would enjoy seeing him.
Yeah,
But as far as his numbers go, they really haven't been that pretty. So,
yeah,
but uh,
or maybe even Nicky Maton.
I just did pick up Kobe Mayo a few days ago. So Kobe,
Kobe Mayo. Yeah.
yeah, let's see it. He hit that bomb off a position player last
Hey,
week.
so one player I am looking at kind of, which I'd rather have Cam Smith, but if Max Muncy goes on the IL, is Shea Whitcomb for the Houston Astros. He just got called back up after Pena went on the IL. And if you look at his AAA stats and his career minor league stats, they're pretty awesome. He's having a great season this year. He's got power, he's got speed. So I'm hoping if he starts hitting, I'm thinking about maybe picking him up.
Yeah, wouldn't be too bad. Again, I know I told you I picked up Kyle Teal. He's going to be in the
Yeah.
lineup tonight.
Yeah, he'll be a good keep, especially by next season. He should be hitting pretty well, and hopefully the White Sox continue to win a little more games each year.
And I was going to tell you another guy I was thinking about picking up, but then you mentioned that there's a possibility you might be adding some keeps. So I'm not going to reveal. I'm going to leave that a mystery.
Yeah, I'm gonna go add like 5 people right now, just the ones I think you're gonna add.
I mean, you can take a guess. I mean,
They in AAA?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Hmm.
I wouldn't pick up any Double A players just because they probably wouldn't be up this season.
Yeah, see, I am looking at a AA player though. I'll go ahead and reveal it to you since you're not looking to pick up AA, and that's Connor Griffin for the Pirates. You know who that is?
Okay. No, not off the
Oh.
top of my head, no.
So he has made his way up into the top 15, I believe, of MLB top prospects. Um, I believe he was their 2024 draft. Um, hasn't been. Let me look him up for you real quick. Actually, Connor
All
Griffin though
right.
is projected to be eventually the number one prospect in baseball. Um,
Be
why
pretty
I'm telling
solid then.
why I'm telling you this, I don't know. Maybe I got to go pick him up now. Maybe it's no doubt, but he's only 19, and he's not in Double A. He's actually a high A player. So I'm not going to pick him up anytime soon.
Yeah, I was gonna
But
say. I mean, maybe if Sam's watching this, he might pick him up and try to trade him to you for a like Sonny Gray or something.
but his career stats: 283 at bats, 13 home runs, 51 RBIs. It's really good, just in
Yeah.
283 at bats, 95 hits, batting 336, 409 OBP, and a 950 OPS. Um, that's incredible. So he was actually, yeah, this is his first year of playing. He was Pirates' first overall pick last year, round one, pick 9, out of Jackson, Mississippi. And man, oh, and this his total stolen bases this year, and his 233 at bats, 37 stolen bases. So
Oh yeah. Heck
pretty
yeah.
incredible. He's looking like a complete all around athlete. He's gonna be a
Yeah.
Queen City Bandit before you know it.
Yeah, and so one guy I was thinking about picking up, but I don't think I'll pick him up this year. So that's what I'm telling you now is Termar Johnson.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think he would called up this year, so yeah, I'm not too worried about that. But that was one of them.
Yeah, he's a stud too. I honestly thought he would kind of make his way up a little bit quicker, but I'm sure he still has some things to work on. He is super young,
Yeah,
uh, but he's, I believe, a second baseman. Is that right?
yeah, he is. And
Um,
another guy I was thinking about picking up. You should check your phone real quick.
Colson Montgomery.
Yeah.
So is he getting the call?
Well, he is projected to be called up this season, and his stats over the last few weeks have been pretty good. So definitely, definitely going to be on my team. I was already planning on picking him up anyway. I just thought I'd do it now and just go ahead and have him.
Yeah,
Because if he gets called up, I know Sam or Rob's going to snag him up. So,
you've been wanting him since last year.
well, to be honest, I thought he was going to actually make opening day roster, and I was surprised that he didn't, and he hasn't been
Yeah.
called up yet. I know he was injured earlier this season, so that was part of the reason why. But he's starting to heat up the last couple weeks. So hopefully in the next maybe month and a half,
Mm-hmm.
and if he doesn't do so well, maybe I can get him cheaper in the draft next year. So
Yeah, I'm looking at his stuff now.
yeah, I don't think his overall stats this season were the best. I know he's been doing a lot better though the last couple weeks.
Yeah, his stats really they're really not that great to be honest, but he does got some serious pop.
Yeah, and then also he's on the White Sox, so I mean, there's a chance
Yeah.
he might get called up too. So
Yep, he's here in Charlotte. I mean,
and
he'll get called up before too long, I imagine.
yeah, for sure. I mean, and then yeah, he went deep in the game we saw last year in
Yep.
Charlotte. That was a freaking bomb too.
Yeah.
So he might not be like a high average guy, but I mean the home runs will probably be there. So
Yeah.
and for a shortstop, I mean he'll
Mm-hmm.
probably he could be one of the leaders in home runs for shortstops the coming years. So
Max Muncy update.
yeah,
10-day IL for Max Muncy. You guys are hearing it live. Gosh, dang it.
man, who's his third baseman gonna be?
I need Cam Smith back. Well, yep, that's my next project, finding a new third baseman. So,
Yeah,
did you have anything else?
I just had my crazy MLB stat, and it actually happened last night. If you may or may not know, I mean you'll know when I tell you. But last night, Clayton Kershaw got his 3,000th strikeout against the White Sox last night.
Yep.
Becomes the 20th member of the 3,000 strikeout club and just the fourth left-handed pitcher.
Yeah.
Now, off the top of your head, do you know the other three left-handed pitchers?
Oh, say Randy Johnson,
Yeah,
Carlton, Steve
yeah.
Carlton.
One guy, last guy, still sort of recent. He retired like
Uh,
6, I think about 6 years ago.
oh man, this is
Yankees.
he's left-hander. He pitched
Yeah,
his whole
signed.
career at the Yankees.
No, he
CC
2009. He
Sabathia.
yeah.
Nice.
Yep. So
Yeah,
yeah,
that's it.
congratulations
Just
to
four, just
Kersh.
four, right, for lefties. That you said.
Yeah. Could be
Impressive.
the last left-handed pitcher to join the 3,000 strikeout club. So
Yep,
never know.
it's incredible.
Yep.
Clayton Kershaw, and he's actually having a really nice season too, which you gotta love.
Yeah. Yeah. And I still get a little. I wish that trade would have went through last year. He might have been a keep this year.
Yeah, yeah,
Not. He was hurt the first half, so I definitely wouldn't have been keeping him. But
yeah.
he's pitching. To be honest, right now how he's pitching is how I expect him to be pitching last year when I traded for him.
Mhm.
That's how I expected him.
Yeah, yeah.
So
He's doing it.
yeah.
But all right,
All
well, I
right.
think that's it.
Yeah,
Happy
that
4th,
wraps it up.
everyone.
Yep. Stay safe.
6,
Don't
4,
drink and
3.
drive.
No
Yep.
drink and
6, 4,
drive.
3. Peace out.
Peace.